Meghan Markle's need for control seems apparent as any chance of making up with the royals slips away. Similarly, Harry made headlines after his appearance at the Royal Salute Polo Challenge at the Grand Champion Polo Club in Wellington. We'll soon give you the details and our thoughts on this video. Hello friends, welcome to the King YouTube channel. At the Royal Salute Polo Challenge held at the Grand Champions Polo Club in Wellington, royal commentator Kinsey Schofield suggested that the event highlighted Meghan Markle's controlling side. During the event, Meghan drew attention when she told a woman she couldn't pose next to Harry. Despite this, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex tried to show their affection publicly by sharing a kiss for the cameras after Harry scored the first goal and led his team to a win. Meghan really shouldn't worry about other women around Harry, it's a bit much. And why are they even at these events? Perhaps she fears losing Harry, considering he's been her stepping stone to greater fame and fortune. If Harry were to fancy someone else, Meghan might feel she's losing a crucial advantage. But did you notice how involved Harry used to be with charity work, especially with Ali, that charity where he would spend a lot of time in Africa every year? He truly immersed himself in the work, playing with the kids, messing up their hair, giving them hugs all away from the cameras. He even once said Africa was his spiritual home. Imagine how thrilled Harry must have been when he found out that his new girlfriend shared his passion for humanitarian and charitable work. They seemed perfectly in sync and even started planning their philanthropic future together. However, it's quite puzzling that since teaming up with Meghan, Harry has only managed to return to Africa once, and on that occasion he went alone. One might wonder why Meghan didn't join him. Perhaps she was too caught up with other responsibilities like getting milkshakes or dropping the kids at school. It's odd, isn't it? Especially since Africa was where their romance blossomed. You'd think Meghan would jump at the chance to go back and engage in charity work there, particularly away from the cameras, given their proclaimed dedication to philanthropy. Remember when Meghan mentioned that the women there were like sisters to her, all sharing a bond as women of color? I'm sure she intends to make the trip next time. Yet, it seems her interests lie elsewhere at times. But you can count on her being present at the polo matches, where she enthusiastically cheers on Harry as he rides his horse. It's clear she likes to be seen as the strong one in their relationship. At these events, she often takes center stage, even going as far as to take the trophy from the winners for a moment and ensuring she's at the forefront of all photos. It's like she's there to shield him from the very cameras he's wary of. But Meghan's always on the lookout for the cameras, ready to flash her well-known smile. But back to the incident involving the woman Meghan seemed wary of. Apparently, Meghan nudged her aside so she wouldn't be in a photo next to Harry. Interestingly, this woman was the chairperson of the Centerville charity. It really highlights Meghan's insecurities, doesn't it? Whenever a successful, attractive woman comes near Harry, Meghan feels the need to push her away. But no worries, Meghan, nobody's after your prince. It seems her need for control makes it hard for her to ever truly be content. Honestly, it might be for the best that Meghan and Harry have stepped back to forge their own path. Staying involved would have likely just added more stress to the entire royal family. They're just too far apart in their approaches, and bridging that gap seems increasingly unlikely. King Charles might be doing his best to restore peace and unity in the family, but I doubt it will work. Meghan never really fit the royal mold, did she? It's tough to adapt someone like her to palace life, and Harry should probably hang up his polo mallet. His treatment of the horses has been questionable, and it seems he's become more of a mascot for the team than a player. It looks like Netflix is scraping the bottom of the barrel if this is the best they can get from him. His rough and impulsive polo style isn't really suited for mainstream TV. Then there's Meghan, always managing to shift the focus away from the event to herself, thinking she's the highlight. Funny enough, she probably believes everyone adores her for it. On a side note, I did like her outfit. I'm a fan of white linen, although it didn't quite fit her right and wasn't the best choice for a horse event. And those stilettos. I bet she was sinking into the grass with every step, which must have been quite a sight. Harry's performance as a polo player and rider has been troubling due to his use of spurs on the polo ponies, often leaving them hurt and bleeding. His rough riding style is not a positive one, and some argue he should be banned from the sport. It's unfortunate that discussing the truth about Harry has led some people to be removed from YouTube. It's sad that someone like him was born into the royal family, but the truth needs to be shared. Regarding Meghan, she seems to crave the spotlight and constantly seeks attention. There was a recent polo match where she forced her way to stand in the middle of Harry's team as if she had played. It was quite out of place, especially when she tried to grab one of the prizes from the table. Meghan Markle undeniably stands out, but she's also known for her associations with wealthy individuals. She seemed to enjoy instructing the lady with the trophy. It makes me wonder if deep down Meghan Markle struggles with self acceptance as rumors of her being a harsh bully continue to circulate. One thing is clear: Meghan doesn't really understand Polo, she just wants to be the center of attention. That's why she positions herself with the trophy in the middle of the winners, seeking the spotlight. It's not the first time something like this has happened either. Why do they keep allowing her to be front and center? The other wives don't behave this way, so why does Meghan keep up this nonsense? Unfortunately for Meghan, there's a serious situation unfolding in the Middle East that demands everyone's attention. All countries are concerned about what's happening, and the media must focus on covering these crucial events instead of Meghan and Harry. These developments in the Middle East, UK Parliament, and the UN are far more important and deserve priority over Meghan's antics. It's puzzling why Meghan is in that photo at all. She didn't play in the game, especially not in those stilettos. So why was she there? It's odd how she won't let Harry just have his moment. Instead, she wedges herself into the center of the picture, possibly even shoving another woman aside to get there. And let's consider Invictus. She wasn't really involved in it, but she made sure her presence was felt there too. Invictus even covered her expenses, including her clothing. It makes me wonder if she's getting the same kind of treatment from the Polo charity. There seems to be something off about her approach to these events. Meghan clearly shows little respect for anyone else and seems to be a pro at inserting herself into situations. She loves taking the spotlight even when it's not her place. I can't imagine how the Polo team feels about her jumping into their team photos when she's not a player or a financial supporter. She's just a spectator, so it's frustrating to see her photo bombing moments that she has no claim to. It's obvious she's desperate for attention, constantly trying to take the camera's focus. When she presented a trophy to Harry, she should have stepped aside and let the team enjoy their moment in the spotlight. Instead, she kept inserting herself, making it all about her. It's exhausting to see her trying to overshadow others all the time. Back at the event, it's surprising that the other wives weren't in the photo as well. If one wife is allowed to push her way in, it seems the others should be too. But perhaps they have better manners and respect for the moment. You'd think Meghan would have learned her lesson after her previous interruptions at another trophy presentation where she was clearly in the way. Yet there she was again, making it difficult for the real team members to even touch the cup. Harry should tell her to step back and wait for him instead of always pushing herself forward. I don't follow Polo closely, but I know a bit about horses, and it's clear the horse does most of the work, not the rider. If anyone deserves a trophy, it's the horse. Harry's not an exceptional player, despite thinking he is. He uses spurs constantly because he can't properly manage the horse otherwise. It seems the horses don't respect him much, just like many of us. If a show aims to showcase Harry's dedication to polo, it should also address his treatment of the polo ponies. His cruelty toward the animals, including the tragic death of a pregnant mare during a game, needs to be brought to light. It's concerning that some people have had their channels shut down for sharing these stories, and if the same happens to me, you'll know why. Harry and Meghan have lost trust. Regardless of how loudly they claim innocence or try to divert attention from their current situation, people's opinions about them are unlikely to change. They can't even make peace with Harry's family or Meghan's father and siblings. Meghan doesn't seem to recognize the support her family gave her before she gained fame. This behavior feels traitorous, much like her husband's actions. At this point, the royal family might benefit from focusing on a more private life. Harry and Meghan constantly make headlines, and cameras follow them everywhere to maintain their income stream. Even the polo match was filmed for their next project, but considering Harry rode a pregnant horse until she died, it's not a good look for the sport. That kiss at the match also seems staged for the cameras. As long as we keep reading and commenting on the articles, this cycle will continue. Personally, I don't watch their programs and only click on archive links. I don't want to give them my views. The polo match should have required Harry and Meghan to get written permission from all the players and sponsors to film anything involving them and their teams that day. Additionally, Harry and Meghan should have made a substantial donation to the sport in exchange for using it in their series, as the series will only benefit them and Netflix. It's worth noting that Netflix and the producers are hoping for support from British audiences for their shows, as Americans aren't very interested in Polo or the couple. However, relying on British support may not work out as the British media may review the shows, but interest in Harry and Meghan remains low. It's important for us to continue to avoid watching any shows featuring Harry and Meghan. Thanks for sticking around until the end of this video. Let us know how you feel about the content and if you agree with our analysis by leaving a comment below. Don't forget to support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. See you soon with more videos on the King YouTube channel.